What's going on, everybody? Today is Wednesday, November 28th, 2012. I'm Kevin Sixen Carlino. This is episode number 11 of my Blizzard All-Stars Series. Now, I've named today's episode the eSports Features and Technical Aspects episode, but it's really nothing more than just a glorified Q&A. Over the course of the last 10 episodes, you guys have been asking a couple common questions in the YouTube comments and my Twitter feed. Things like, how are we going to play this game? Is it free to play? When is it going to be released? So I want to touch base on all of this stuff, in addition to some other things that I didn't really get to mention that I wanted to make you guys aware of the game itself, that just didn't really fit in with my other episodes. So that's what today's episode is going to be all about. So first things first, customization. Now again, I know I touched on this in my Heroes Showcase episode, but I wanted to expand on it just a little bit. So as of BlizzCon 2011, Blizzard decided that they wanted to only have a certain amount of the heroes available to us at the launch of the game. So they're launching the game with 16, or at least that was the plan. So let's just say that they only wanted to have 8 available to us. Now, in order for us to get access to the other 8, we would either A, unlock them by playing the game, consecutively, so just leveling up, ranking up in the Blizzard All-Stars on ladder, as you gain experience and rank up, because Heart of the Swarm is bringing, a nice little leveling and experience system. So as we leveled up and gained experience, we would continue to unlock more heroes. And then, of course, once we've unlocked the last 8 heroes now, I'm just doing 8 and 8 just because it was the first number that came to my head. So don't think that's actually what it's going to be. Again, it's just an example. So once we've unlocked the last 8 heroes, then we can continue to unlock more customizable items for our heroes. So vanity items, things like different skins for our heroes, mounts, maybe for Leoric you get a special crown, things of that nature. Very, very similar to the Valve Workshop for Dota 2. The only difference is Blizzard's going to be making the items. Although that's not even, I don't even know that entirely, because with the map marketplace, who knows, maybe anybody can make items for that. So also, on that same note, the map marketplace, I'm assuming we'll be able to purchase customizable items as well. So like I said, very similar to the Valve Workshop. So again, customizable items for our heroes. This is all just vanity stuff, so nothing really gameplay changing, but makes our guys look cooler, essentially. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was Blizzard's long-term support and their plans for this game. So first off, the game is going to be free to play. You're going to be able to play the game with the Wings of Liberty Starter Edition. So you don't even have to own StarCraft to play this game. Now, they did mention in the 2011 FAQ that they were considering doing something like giving access to special heroes if you own Wings of Liberty or if you own Heart of the Swarm. They didn't really seem too certain quite yet, but I wanted to throw that out there just for the sake of having a complete information base here. So again, the game will be completely free to play through Wings of Liberty Starter Edition. Of course, if you already own Wings of Liberty or you get Heart of the Swarm, there's going to be cool stuff for us. I'm hoping that we get some kind of cool decals or maybe even some cool skins for Blizzard All-Stars, and then I'm hoping that they expand it to, like, World of Warcraft, Diablo 3. Once we start getting the collector's editions, we start getting cool things. But again, I'm just throwing that out there as my own suggestion. But again, I mean, Blizzard is planning on supporting this game as a legitimate product. That in mind, long term, they wanted to create this game as a standalone product. So like you'll be downloading and playing a Blizzard All-Stars client rather than the StarCraft 2 Starter Edition. But again, that's long term. But as far as their support goes, like I said, they plan on supporting it as a legitimate product. Mike Morheim also said in a recent interview, and I guess I'll post the link to the source in my description below, he said that they're ready to support this game as an esport, so I'm pretty excited just about that. But otherwise, Blizzard plans on supporting this game as a legit product, so again, definitely something to be happy about, because obviously they're going to be releasing patches, etc. Patches, content, all that kind of cool stuff. So next is the score screen and the stats, and actually the ladder. So I didn't even mention that quite yet. So Blizzard All-Stars is going to get rolled right into the matchmaking system and the ladder for right on Battle.net on StarCraft 2. So this is cool. This means that we're going to have Grandmaster level All-Star players. It means that when you click the multiplayer tab on StarCraft 2 and Battle.net, you're going to be shown, that screen that says FFA, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, or All-Stars. You're going to be able to select All-Stars from that menu. Again, this is legit. It's a separate game mode. And like I said, there's going to be Grandmaster level All-Stars players. And then, of course, there's also going to be Bronze level All-Stars players and everything in between. So it's very important. But with that in mind, they're also going to be able to keep and contain different cool stats for us. So things like total takedowns, towers destroyed, your golden experience, the amount of damage you've done and you've taken, in addition to deaths. Although I'm not entirely certain they're going to display that to us, but I know that they're going to be able to take care of that. So again, this is what we're going to see at the end of the score screen. Once we finish a match, these are the things we'll see in addition to being able to look at our overall stats for the entire season season, if you will, because remember, this is also rolled into that same ladder, and ladder seasons reset every so often. So definitely a big thing. Hopefully you guys are excited about that, or at least as excited as I am, because I'm pretty pumped about that. So replay and observer functions, I wanted to touch on this just a little bit. As of right now, there's only 3 different functionalities, or functions I guess, that work from the replay UI and the observer UI, and those are resources, which is kind of funky, APM and EPM, obviously 2 big ones. We want another APM, we want another EPM. Yes, there's a difference. If you don't know the difference, check it out on Team Liquid. Otherwise, resources, again, like I said, it's kind of funky. I'm hoping that they expand on the Observer UI specifically for All-Stars, but I guess we'll see. So the last thing that I wanted to mention was the release date. Now, the release date for the game, as per the BlizzCon 2011 FAQ, said they were going to be releasing a beta within the next couple of months. That was almost a year ago. Obviously, that didn't happen. With that in mind, though, it means that the game is not 100% dependent on Heart of the Swarm. However, I'm kind of skeptical about that. So we don't entirely know. Like, obviously this is Blizzard, so we don't have any set dates. But my personal guess, now again, this is just an educated guess. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't go telling everybody, oh, Sixen said that the game is coming out, right here. So that's not the case. So my personal guess is going to be Q1 beta 2013. So around the time Heart of the Swarm is released, I'm assuming we're also going to see an All-Stars beta. Again, around that time, maybe a month, give or take. But again, I'm hoping for Q1 beta. Q2 beta at the latest. Crossing my fingers, but again, nobody knows for sure, so we'll just see how that goes. Now, that's going to wrap up today's episode. As far as my series goes, as of right now, I've covered everything there is to cover as far as information goes for the Blizzard All-Stars game. So there's no new information, there's absolutely nothing left. I've covered everything. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be producing videos, though. I do still want to keep supporting the game, create some hype for it, because I'm still excited for it. So there's a couple of things that I want to do. I still want to do an art reel video with all the screenshots from BlizzCon 2010, 2011, and other things that they have released since then. I think I might do that next week. I want to do a suggestions video with my personal suggestions. I want to do like a tech demo of what a Blizzard All-Stars would look like from a commentary standpoint, an actual gameplay commentary, which I'll probably use like Aeon of Storm or something along those lines to just test out and show off the functionalities of replays and observers, etc. So again, I still have more things planned, but again, as of right now, all the information on the game known to the public is already covered. But like I said, I've still got some more stuff on my sleeve, so we'll see how that goes. So with that in mind, definitely follow me, guys. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, follow me on Twitter at Sixen. I definitely am going to be doing more stuff, so stay tuned. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was helpful, informational. Hope this is, entertaining at the very least. Otherwise, guys, take it easy, and I will still see you next week. Adios.